Welcome back to Brian's Investments. I'm really excited today because I've finally released my blog. It's been in production for about a month now. I'm having to learn WordPress and all that, technical stuff with control panels and everything. And I think I finally got it down, put my first post out. So it's briandraper.com. The link is in the description below. Also, I'll be starting a secondary channel called Seville Philanthropy. And what that is I am going to go out and find homeless people that are living on the streets, with a pillow or their bags, a little blanket, under bridges and whatnot. And I want to hear their story one-on-one and see how that we as a community can help them. They often go to food kitchens and things like that and get some help, but there's about 553,000 currently homeless, which includes a lot of veterans. And so, see if we can help one by one, and I'm going to set up a GoFundMe page for that. So see if we can, get these people in a car or into apartments and, some new clothing or shelter, tents, whatever we can do. But I really, I'm looking for the real ones and not the fakers out there, because I've seen a lot of fakes. So they will be vetted. So anyways, this episode is going to be talking about how to make money with no money. So if you have $0 to your name, or you just need a side hustle but you don't want to put $1,000 into it, then this is the video for you, especially for people that are under 18 or disabled or elderly people that need something to do, whether you have a lot of talent or you don't. There's a lot of options. So before we begin, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and hit the notification bell. And I'd love to hear your comments. I should be able to reply to every single comment. So go ahead and ask me questions, or if you want a future video made, let me know about that. I'd appreciate it. So let's get started. All right, so the first one is testing websites, applications, frameworks, things like that. A lot of companies, when they roll out with new softwares or new apps, they need people to test them, because testing just takes tens of thousands of dollars, and companies don't have a lot of time to test them themselves, so they rather get 25 different people and say, here, try to break this. So one website would be usertesting.com. You just get in there, sign up as a tester, and fill out an application. They'll talk about your skill sets, and then you can just start finding what you want to test, and signing up for it, testing it, and just giving your feedback on what you found. Now generally you get paid about $10 for about 20 minutes of your time. If you do a live interview, you can get $30 to $120. And but there's different websites, so that different ones pay different amounts. You're not guaranteed to get every job or anything like that, but it's a good way, especially if you're like 15 years old, you want to start buying crypto, or start investing your money. It's a good way to start building that on the side. So that's the first thing. So next on the list is being a proofreader. If you're good at English and grammar and spelling, then you have a really good chance of becoming a proofreader. There's also an online course that I'll show you here that you can pay, and they'll basically teach you the course, and you go through some tests and all, and become certified as a proofreader. And you could proofread for newspaper articles, magazines, ebooks, things like that. And I found this really interesting, because when I wrote my ebook, I joined a author website with a bunch of experienced authors and beginners both. People that have written over a dozen books, and you could ask them questions about plots and titles and different cover images and things like that. And I see a lot of people all the time asking for proofreaders. People saying, hey, can I pay someone $100 to proofread this for me? And got me thinking. I'm like, that's a really good idea. So you can just join these groups that have thousands of members and say, hey, I'm a proofreader, I'll proofread your book for a couple $100. And a lot of ebooks and stuff, 100 pages or less. So it would be a kind of a light read. You could also do it for children's books that are generally like 10 or 12 pages. So, how much money you make is completely up to you. You set your own prices. There are, websites out there that you could join to freelance your work, but you could just market yourself. Just join these groups and watch for people needing a proofreader and message them. Another great thing is teaching what you know. This benefits people, young and old both, that have different skill sets. So if you are a retired CPA, you could teach people financial and how to do their own tax returns and different things. If you're young and you're a skateboarder and you're really good at it, you could, people could pay you to teach, their kids, or people come to you and so you take them out to the park and teach them your own skills. And there's just a lot of different consulting, tutoring, mentoring, different things that you can do and just share your knowledge with people. Since I own a sign company, then I could teach people that either have no experience in signs or teach people that have some sign knowledge, but they need extra information on how to do certain types of signs. So I could mentor them and do that. You could charge an hourly rate, you could charge a flat rate, it's completely dependent on you. So this is another one that you set your own fees, and you can change it from different people and charge somebody $25, another person $75. It doesn't really matter, but it's really good to just share the knowledge you have. People will pay for that. Knowledge is power. If you want something that's a little more high dollar, look at speaking at events. As long as you're an extrovert and you're not afraid of speaking in front of people, there are a lot of conferences and seminars and different things that people are actually looking for public speakers, especially about the topic that the event is about. And just get up there and give motivational speeches or talk about experience in whatever event it is. I mean, you could do $1,000 per event. You could charge $10,000 per event. And the better you are at it, the better that the more that you can charge and the more that you'll get hired. So make sure you do your very best at every event or seminar or conference so that you can build up a portfolio, and make sure you get feedback from people about how you did so that you can use that for future stuff. But you just get up there on stage behind a podium and let loose. Stock photos is a good passive income thing that you might only make $1 per image, you might make $5 per image, it all depends. But the nice thing is once you get a big collection of hundreds of photos out there, you could just sit back and let the money roll in, as long as you're a really good photographer and you know all about lighting and clear photos. So even professionals out there, movies and CBS and news and different things, people use a lot of stock photos. So you could take pictures of backgrounds, you could take pictures of wood or water or stone and stuff like that to use as a background. You could take pictures of mountains and waterfalls, or you could take pictures of people. You do have to get their permission for copyright purposes and all. But just take tons of different photos and upload it to Shutterstock or similar websites that you'll see here, and just load it up. Just take tons of photos, slap it on there, and they'll do all the work for you. They'll sell it for you. They will just pay you for it, and all you do is just sit back and reap the rewards of it. So if you go on vacation, take the photos. If you're walking down the street or wherever you're at, if you do it for work, just keep uploading photos, and the more that you have, the more that you can make. So even though that you don't make a whole lot per photo, if you sell 100 copies of that photo, it's $1 each. I mean, that's $100 just for that one photograph you took. All right, so you can even get paid for sitting. I'm talking about dog sitting, cat sitting, babysitting, things like that. But did you also know that you can house sit? You would actually go into a stranger's house and live there while they're on vacation. And a lot of people, especially high dollar mansions or people with a lot of property and value, or if it's in a bad side of town in a high crime area, people want their house to look lived in. And if you just leave the porch light on, that doesn't really deter anybody. But a lot of times if they get a whole lot of packages in the mail and different things, they might have deliveries or whatnot, they need someone there to sign for them, to bring them in, but also to show activity in the house that someone is home. So it's a pretty cool thing. If you're interested in doing that, I can do a follow-up video. Just comment below if you're interested, and I'll get you more information about how to seek the clients for that and how to go about it. They are looking for trustworthy people, so you want to be as professional as possible with your clients. So that's about all I got for you right now. When you search passive income and ways to make money and side hustles, you get the same old boring stuff over and over again. And I'm trying to introduce new stuff to you that not a whole lot of people know about. And I think that'll give you a much better niche to get into. But thanks again for joining me on Brian's Investments. Go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe and notification bell, and don't forget to comment down below. Share your ideas and things that you want more information about, or that you want more videos about. I'd appreciate it. I'll have a link to my Discord channel where you can talk publicly and one-on-one with me in a chat setting or private message. You can go to Amazon and get a copy of my book, Negativity to Positivity. Again, check out the blog. It is a work in progress, but just releasing it today. So all these links will be in the description below. So see you on the next video.